Well, good evening, everybody, or good day, depending where you live right now. So, yeah, I have just decided, since we are all in a lockdown due to the pandemic and everything, that I will just do some live streaming. I'll probably do one tomorrow also, probably around this time too, since we are at home, have nothing else to do. So, yeah. You remember I told you I can't wait to paint Marvel Crisis Protocol, so I am just starting my painting of this great miniature game. These miniatures are just awesomely gorgeous looking miniatures. I just really love them. So yeah, that is the small intro that I had. I decided to start with the Red Skull just because he's such an easy paint job. It's mostly like 3 colors, but we are going to try and make it look a little bit different, a little bit more than 3 colors, but we'll see how it goes. I don't have like a plan. I have some paints prepared, but we'll see what will happen. So yeah, I'll see and wait if anyone will join me. But yeah, we're just going to start painting this one. And if we are done super quick, which I presume that we will be done quickly with this miniature, I will just start another stream with another miniature. I just want to keep these live streams separate for each of the miniatures. So if you want to see just me painting the Red Skull, you can watch just this video. You don't have to skip forward to see some other miniature or something painted. And do tell me if it's a bit loud. I can see that sound is jumping in yellow, and I know that that can be really loud sometimes. So yeah, we're going to start with the black Templar, of course, as this is after all a 90% black miniature, but we are going to try and see if we can make it a little bit different if possible. So yeah, what shall I talk to you about? Well, I'm really not sure what are you interested in right now, so I did not think this one through. I just decided, oh, maybe I should stream, and I just decided to switch up the equipment and start streaming without thinking too much about what are we going to talk about, what are going to be the subjects. I don't know, we can talk Marvel or we can talk other stuff, we can talk painting stuff. For now, I will just wait if anyone will show up and do this like tutorial style where I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing right now. And right now I am using blank Templar contrast color from Citadel to paint all the black parts, and that is roughly 90% of the miniature. So yeah, I'm just trying to be very quick about it, because once this starts to dry out, you can see the brush strokes, where you start, where you finish. So I want to avoid that, so I'm trying to be like super quick about it. And I will come and repair some stuff later, because some of these things I should have avoided, but I will just go with the white color afterwards, and then I will make it look the color it should look. So yeah, it has some emblems of the Hydra on his shoulders, on his like shoulder things, and I'm trying to avoid those because I don't want to paint over them to obscure the details with the paint or anything, because you know the white is pretty hard to push on and paint over the black. So I'm just trying to avoid that Hydra symbol as much as possible. And of course the cube with the tesseract, or however whatever gem it is. I think it's tesseract, I'm not sure right now about the name and all that, so we are going to try and avoid that. And this miniature can look really bland since it's mostly black color, but I have an idea that I want to try out. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, probably not, but we are going to try it and see how it turns out. That's the beauty of painting. You can always see I completely missed this one over here, and now it will probably show where I started, where I finished. Yeah, what I was talking about, this miniature, I have an idea. I want to try out something and see how it will turn out and if it's going to look any good. And that's the beauty of painting, since if I don't like it at the end, I can always spray paint white again over the miniature and just try and paint it better next time if it's possible. But I think it will look okay. I think the idea that I have, looking from now how everything looks, I think I would not be in a need to repair anything. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to do any glowing effects or anything like that is usually done with these, like tesseract is glowing, and I have a reference picture from the site of the Atomic Mass games, the guys and girls who produce this game. So yeah, I will not do the glowing part thingy just because this is the contrast paints and they're not quite good for such thing. So I'm just going to stick to the regular paint, and I want to do it really quickly. I want this to be done super quickly. I don't want to lose too much time because I want to play the game. I still haven't played the game, but I want to play it with painted miniatures, since it's much better and more enjoyable when you have painted miniatures and you're not playing with this white miniatures and everything. So I'm just being very careful now around the legs and everything. Let me just put it in front of the camera, but basically I'm doing just the black parts. So I'm being careful not to go over the pavement of this miniature, the base, since I want it to be a slightly lighter gray color, or maybe even yellow if I decide so. Still deliberating if this should be like the regular concrete or the yellow one, just to distance miniature a little bit from the base, because this miniature is really like all blacks and grays, so it would be nice to have a little bit of different color for the base, but we'll think about it when we come to it. So yeah, if I sound weird, that is because my nose is a little bit clogged up due to allergies and all that, so pardon me if I'm snorting a little bit or something like that. So yeah, we are done with the black. I think I didn't miss any spots, any big spots at least. Maybe a few little spots here and there, but we can say it's weathering or something. So as you can see, this is going to, okay, so we missed a little bit here. So as you can see, this will be a pretty fast painting job. Wait, let me just put it here in the middle. So I think we're going to be done with this in probably around 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending how much I want to talk and how much I want to paint right now. And depending if anyone joins me, maybe with some questions or something, that way I can delay a little bit in a painting. But right now I'm only having one viewer, and that's probably my mom. As always, she is even though I started with this live stream without telling you about it, that I am going to live stream. I just decided I have some little free time, and I want to paint some miniatures, and for some time now I want to paint these guys. So yeah, now is the perfect chance. And I just now noticed that I missed a little tiny bit while I'm waiting to paint to dry. I just noticed I missed a little around this edge, like so, and I really want now much better. Let me just check this one. This one is okay. So yeah, this is the black contrast done, and I really like how it looks. Some of it is already dried up, so I'm just going to take some like regular white color from Vallejo. I'm just going to go over some parts that are not supposed to be black, but some other color. In this instance, it is the yellow color. It's like these rivets that he has and all these things. Wait, I need to open up the reference picture for a second. Okay, just give me a second. I want to be sure not to miss anything, so I don't have to come back and redo stuff. So okay, this will be an easy job, easy peasy. Okay, so we need to go with the color white over some parts because we want them painted in sort of goldish color, yellowish brownish color, and it is these rivets here. So I'm just going to give them a nice little touch of the white paint. Like so. So we can come later and paint them. Now I'm just trying to be fast about it, and I'm doing a really bad job, and I'm messing it up. It will be okay at the end. It always looks cool. You can always come and redo. So he has like a belt buckle around here, which we need to paint. And of course, this big belt buckle right over here. So we are going to entirely cover it white because we want to just break this black a little bit so the miniature stands out with few details. There's really no that many details. You could go and highlight his skirt, so to say, or his, I don't know what, uniform, his uniform. You could do that, but I noticed a little boob whited over here, so I want to cover that up too. So you could do that, but I think this will be okay. And you're not probably seeing it on camera because I can see it on the monitor that it really looks weird, but he's not like super dark black. Has more of the grayish tones, at least around here, around these parts. So all these parts, not these like straps, I will leave black, and all these other parts I will try and go over with the Rikland flesh shade, just to give it a little brownish look. So so it breaks a miniature a little bit. At least I will try to do so. I'm not sure how it will look. That's what I was referring to when I said that I want to test out stuff and see how it will turn out. And we have another guest. Mateo Rusmanov is here. Hey Daniel, I really wonder how you're so good at this. When I try painting miniatures, I completely mess up. Well, I can't say for myself that I'm good. I really know people that are much better than me, my friend. But it is just you need to just paint up and paint up, and gradually you will just be better at it as long as you constantly paint. I remember my first miniatures that I painted. I wish I had pictures of them. Pictures of those pictures would tell you a lot. So yeah, uh, just be patient. Just go with it. No matter if you mess up, you can always come and redo stuff because it's paint. You can always go with over the paint with another paint. So there's really no problem there. Okay, so we are now going for a Blood Angel red, and we are going to do the red parts, and that is mainly his head and the emblems on the shoulder. For the emblems on the shoulder, I'm going to do a smaller brush, just so I have more control how much paint I want to splurge there. And I already overdid it, but I will come back, and as you can see I mess up too, so that's definitely too much paint there. But you can wipe the brush really quickly and just come and pick it up with the brush, wipe, and everything is fixed. Okay, so we missed a little bit around here. Let's see if we missed something here. Well, it looks like we did. A little bit of white is showing up on this part, and that is the emblems, and they're done. And now for his head, we're just going to go with the bigger brush because you need to be fast about it. You just need to go like and be done, because that way no brush strokes will be showing off. So as you can see, it is really, even especially with these contrast paints, it is so easy to be a good painter. They really work wonders. Now they're not for complete beginners, but if you understand a little bit about painting and all that, with the contrast paints you can really achieve great effect with so little effort that it is unbelievable. Okay, so we are done with the red, and as you can see, wait, I already spilled this color once. We don't want to do that again. As you can see, doing the red is like super easy, and miniature looks really cool. It has some shadows, it has some highlights by itself. You can highlight it afterward with the regular paints, which I might do or might. I don't think I will do it because I want to paint this quickly, and I'm really satisfied how it looks right now. So we have Mateo saying, that's true, you can always try again. Have you tried making your own components for your favorite board game, Anachrony? Or was it called Anarchy? I forgot. Anachrony, yes, it's Anachrony, you were correct the first time. Have I ever tried making my own components for Anachrony? Like, you mean to spruce up the game a little bit with some nice details, components like new resource materials, stuff like that? If that is what you're asking me, the answer is no, because I like it how it is. The components for Anachrony are really cool, and with the latest expansion that is coming, it is unfortunately going to be a little bit late due to the outbreak and everything. It will not be here as they told it will be, but they could not foresee the future and see the problems that will arise, so it will be a little bit late, but it will show up sooner or later. And the components in the expansion look absolutely gorgeous. The new resources, the metal components are just gorgeous. I don't see how I could improve on those any better. So yeah, okay, now what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to use a Reichland flesh shade. It is kind of brownish wash, and going to try and wash just the parts of his uniform, just to make a little bit difference between the straps and the rest of the uniform. Just because right now it looks like bland, like not so good. I think it can look much better. So I don't know how that will turn out. Maybe it turns out like completely idiotic move, but I really want to try it out and see if it will work. Wait, but first of all, I'm just going to try a little bit to see how it will. Oh, okay. I think I like it. It still gives the black, it still reads as black, but it's kind of a little bit different blackish color. It's like black brownish color. So I'm just going to go over the entire miniature with this wash. I mean a part of the uniform, but over the entire miniature, and see how it will turn out. As I see now, oh, I really like what I did right now. Okay, I really like how it turned out. It gave it a little bit of worn down look, and as you can see now, these straps are a little bit separated, so it will look a little bit different. Oh yes, I really like how this wash thing turned out. I am super proud how it turned out. Usually when I try to mix some stuff up, usually it does not turn out that good. I mess up and then I have to come and redo stuff, as we just talked about. But this thing really works. Okay, I am very pleased about it. Did I say that I am pleased about it? Yeah, I know I'm rambling a little bit too much, but what can I do? I tried something for the first time and it turned out exactly as I wanted it to be, so it's an achievement in my book, if you ask me. So, achievement unlocked. Do something for the first time and make it look good. Yeah, I really like how this thing turned out. This was a good decision. So, did I answer your question in full? I think I did. Yeah, I never tried to make any custom components for Anachrony. I did for some other games, 3D printed stuff like that, but I just usually leave it as it is. Okay, so we're just gonna give it a little bit of time to everything dries up before we continue on other stuff on this miniature. And Matteo says something again. Let me see. Ramble some more. The commentary is great. So he's Red Skull. Yeah, I can ramble, but I cannot ramble forever. So yeah, let me just check out the reference picture for something. No, nothing about that. It looks like I cannot see it really from the miniature, but it looks like this is not whole boot. Like this part over here is boot and these are his trousers. So I'm thinking now maybe I should go over the trousers with this brownish wash. I'm not really sure. I think I will not. And I need to repair a little bit of white on on this belt buckle that I did, since I see some wash went over it and I don't like it. It is not white now, it is like a little bit brownish, and I need it to be white because otherwise the contrast color will look a little bit off. And while we are here, we are going to give this one another coat just to make it sure stays like this. Okay, and this thing over here. So I'm just highlighting with this white because my primer is not like pure white. So I'm just highlighting some edges, because when I go over with the contrast color over this tesseract cube, these will stick out a little more and make it look a little bit brighter, which would be cool. And we're going to try and achieve maybe a glowing effect of sorts, if it's possible. Who knows? Okay, I think now you can see some of it on camera. You can see how these edges are now a little bit whiter. Oh, Mr. Zeblik is here. Hello, Mr. Zeblik, a fellow painter. Glad you could join in on this unannounced painting live stream. Well, the one will happen tomorrow, maybe. Who knows? It all depends how the time will be, if I have enough time to do it. Okay, while we are waiting for this to dry up, we are going to go and paint the base. So I am deliberating between the gray and the yellow, because like a sandstony yellow, because I did paint, wait, let me just find it, it's somewhere over here. So I did already paint some of the stuff from this set, and it's these lights and all that. So, and I did like this bluish grayish pavement, but I think I should probably keep this for the metal parts and just go with the yellow on this one, and not this type of yellow, a much brighter type of yellow, brownish color. It is like called Skeleton Horde. It will give it a little bit of sandy look. I don't know, I am really not sure if I should do it or not. Okay, we are going to go with the Skeleton Horde, and later in the process, if I don't like it, I will just repaint all the bases of the camera, of course, and I will never tell you about it. But I think it will be a nice contrast, since if I have like bases that are mixed, like part of them are metal and part of them is stone, if everything is gray, it will just look boring. So I'm just trying to find some, let's say for example, this Iron Man thing. As you can see, he has some metal part and then he has some pavement. Now if I paint these like in that brownish color and this in the metal, that would look cool. But if everything is gray, it would be a little bit boring, right? So I'm going to go with the Skeleton Horde for the pavement, and we're just going to do the black rim at the end of the painting video. We're just going to paint it black, and that is that. Okay, so I'm just using like a ton of paint so it can go into all recesses, filling it really nicely. And you don't have to care about the edge or anything, because you will be going with the black paint over at the end, so it will not show up. And of course try to mask all the brush strokes if you can. You will be thankful about it later So I'm just trying to create some shadows to give it a little bit of randomness on some parts. It doesn't look good. The contrast colors are really not that good for painting big flat surfaces like this one. Now it looks more brownish in real life than on the camera. The camera really shines it out a little bit, but it looks much brighter on camera when I'm watching on my screen. So while we are here, I just want to do one thing. Usually I don't paint eyes on the miniatures. I just can't do it since these eyes are like super small, and painting eyes is really hard. But for this one, since he has like white eyes, it is easy to do that. So I'm going to try and paint his eyes white, just to give it more menacing look. Yeah, looks cool. Okay, my white is still not all dried up. Okay, I cannot do this on camera, and I have to switch it a little bit like so. Come on. Okay, I messed up this one. That's why I hate painting eyes. As you can see now, he does not have the same eyes. So I'll have to go back with red a little bit just to fix things up. So I'm just going to try and do as best as I can, and then I will just come with the red and make things look good. Or maybe I did good, I don't know. Does these eyes look okay to you? Is he like a little too big on the eyes? On the eyes, not ice. Like the right one, that one over here looks much bigger. I'll probably have to come and repair that later. Okay, so Zeblik says he's talking to a professional painter, and she said she uses a homemade brush from a cat whiskers for eyes. Okay. How did she come by and got those cat whiskers? Yeah, the eyes are really hard to paint now. I also have this thing over here. This is like a Sharpie that is actually a brush thing, and that would be cool, but this one is black, so I cannot do black eyes. I need white eyes. But I'll just show you on the base of the miniature. As you can see, it's like a super fine point brush, and as you can see, you can do a really tiny lines with it and be very precise about it, as you can see. So I have that for the eyes if I want to paint eyes black, but I just don't like painting eyes, and please don't make me paint eyes. Goodbye, Matteo. Thank you for coming by. Good night. Go to sleep, man. I will probably go soon. I don't think I'm going to do another one. Okay, so I'm not really sure which one I want to use for his belt buckles and these things. If I want to do a snakebite leather or the contrast agarose dunes. Let me just quickly try it out over here on the palette. I don't know, agarose dunes look a little bit too dirty, which might look actually cool because this miniature is not shining or anything. So let me just check out snakebite leather. I know that snakebite leather is more yellowish than this one. Yeah, it's too dark. Snakebite leather is just too dark. you will not see the belt buckles clearly. And yeah, we're going to go with the Agarosh Dunes. Zeblik says I need to find one of those. Oh, you mean one of these? It is a Pigma brush, and my best man got it for me. He got himself one, and in the process he bought one for me. He didn't tell me that he will be buying one for me, he just bought it. Well, he's a great guy after all. I chose him as my best man for a reason, so he can buy me free stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding. Not for that reason, but he is a really cool guy, so yeah. Okay, now we are going to go over all the belt buckles, all the rivets. So we will make these like yellowish goldish, but not too shiny, because if I went with the yellow, the color yellow, they would just look too shiny, and we don't want that. We want them to be popping out a little bit, but not too much. And we need to go over this thing here. I'm just trying to push paint a little bit, but it's not giving up. I don't want it to. Okay. Oh, I like how this turned out. This looks really cool. And as I said, this paint job looks really much lighter on the camera than in real life. In real life, this miniature looks much darker. Everything looks much darker than on the camera. But yeah, about that pigment brush, as I already told you, it is Pigma brush. Yeah, you wrote Pigma brush. Jesus, I'm not reading well. I can ask him where he get it, but due to this pandemic and everything, I presume you will not be able to get it, since I think all the borders are closed between countries for all the shipments and everything. So we are currently living in a time where what you have is what you have. You have to make it do. You have to make work with it, and that's that. Okay, so we are going to go and use a thermatic blue for the tesseract in his hand, and then we just do the base rim and the miniature is done. Now if I would start another stream, it would probably be Black Widow, since she is also really easy to paint. It's almost as this guy, only a black miniature and nothing else. So I'll think about it, but I'll probably just finish this one. I don't know, I'm still toying with the idea. I should go to sleep because I have to work in the morning, even though we are working from home. That doesn't mean much because my kid will wake me up. I cannot sleep longer, maybe work later, stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so the tesseract. Oh, I really like this blue. I'm a big fan of blue color. I like blue color so much. I wish I could paint blue on any miniature, and I always try to sneak some blue color if it's possible. Now I'm just trying to move this pigment up just to make it look like it's shining inside from down to above. So I want more of the pigment to be above and less of it to be up. No, more of it to be up and less to be below here. And I see I will probably not be able to do this with the contrast colors, but I was not expecting. I'm just really toying with it, learning how the paint works still, and see what can you achieve with them. But overall, I like how it turned out. I like it. Looks good, man. Okay. So, and in the Utah, USA, so we'll have to find locally. Yeah, you will probably have to find it locally. I don't think that you're going to find it anywhere else but locally. So yeah, I'm yelling a little bit and the kid is sleeping. We just need to paint the rim of the base and we are done with the miniature. And this was really quick. Now when I say we are done, we could go much more. I could go and highlight his uniform and everything, as I already mentioned, but I really want this to be like quick paint jobs. I want to be done with this painting quickly, so I have all the miniatures painted and I can play the game, because playing this game with unpainted miniature, it is just not an option, because those miniatures look so nice that you really want to paint them before you get them to the table. So okay, now I'm just using the old black, regular black color, nothing special about it, Vallejo style, and just painting the base rim black. I was maybe thinking to paint the good guys in some other color and the bad guys in black rim, just because, so you can differentiate them on the table. But I have not read the rules of the game, but as I understand, it really doesn't matter, because you can play the good guys and the bad guys on the same side, so there's really no point. At least that's how I understood from a little bit that I saw on the gameplay videos. I did not had much time to research game more, but yeah. Okay, and that is miniature complete. Now this was really good. Okay, now you see, when you look at it from above, I did few mistakes, so it doesn't look good. Yeah, I most definitely want to paint this ledge up here also with the black. That way it will look much better. Yep, I like it more like this. Okay, we are almost done, as you can see. So thank you, Zeblik. I am myself very happy how it turned out. You were not here when I was talking about the thing I'm trying to do and see how it will work, and it actually worked like a charm. So you can see a slight difference between his uniform and his straps. That is because I did some brown wash over the uniform, but not the straps. I missed on those. So yeah, I like how it turned out, his uniform. So what are you telling me? And I have suggestion of a comic book series for you to read, Red Queens. I don't read much of the comics. It is just weird stuff, but here in Croatia comics are not like super popular. When I was a little kid, there were comics that were popular called Alan Ford, and those were really funny comics, but we mostly read Zagor and Big Black. What was the English name? I don't know the English name of the comic. I don't know if it even has English name. But yeah, I opened a red again because I wanted to repaint that eye. I'm really bugged by it. I just missed a little bit of white where I shouldn't, and I really want to cover that up. I will look much better. Now it is just so subtle, you will probably not even know. That I did it. Oh no. Okay, so I messed up a little bit right now, and I will have to go with the white again. Oh man, this is you go back and watch what I did, but the camera is not showing the miniature. I will probably take some pictures and put it on an Instagram. You can see it there. With the pictures, I think it will be much clearer what I did with it. Okay, so is this white? Okay, it's all dried up. Now, as you can see, I still did not switch to wet palette. Now, I tried to make one of my own, but I don't have all the right things for it, so Zagor from Italy, yeah. I will send you a Instagram message. I think we talked over Instagram once, right? So, oh yeah, we talked over the email also. So yeah, I'll write you down what I read. The very popular comic Alan Ford. It was super popular here in Croatia. It is still popular, but we mostly had these Italian comics. Okay, the eyes are now much better looking. They almost look the same, and I like how they look. They look really nice. Love it. Okay, I think I'm done. I painted this miniature with a little bit of babbling and talking it took me only 47 minutes, so less than an hour for this type of work. Now, as I already told you, you could now go a little bit extra step, maybe highlight these emblems, these Hydra emblems on his shoulders, but I like it as it is. They look really cool. Tesseract turned out really nice. It looks like it's glowing around the edges. So yeah, but the problem with the parchment paper is that it has like a wax on it, and then your paints will pull one onto another. I tried making my own wet palette. I have it here, so I have the papers and everything, but the parchment paper is just not working. So I'm currently going all around the stores trying to find that parchment paper that does not have wax on it. Well, now I can't because all the unnecessary stores are closed, so that are not needed for living. At least in Croatia, they are all closed because of the outbreak and everything. So yeah, okay. They look good and evil. I think I presume you are talking about the eyes. Yeah, I really like them. Now I'm toying with the idea to maybe paint them blue, so like they're glowing while they're watching at the Tesseract, but I will not do it because it would probably mess up the miniature pretty much. So yeah, that is a baking paper has wax on it. In our store in Croatia, at least, when you buy baking paper, it always has like a little bit of wax on it, some sort of wax or something that makes paints unusable, and your brushes become very weird. They start to act super weird. So yeah, I will probably have to order some from outside or something. I found a place that sells like that sheets of paper for the wet pellet, but they were like super crazy expensive for what they are. They're just piece of papers. Parchment paper is like a butcher's paper. Okay, now you gave me an idea. Maybe I can go to the butcher and ask him for parchment paper. I'll have to search it out a little bit more, what it is. But yeah, that is that. I will take off now. It's been an hour almost. I think we did a good job pretty quickly when we got to talk a little bit. So I will not stream anymore because Black Widow would probably take me another hour or so to paint, and I will want to go to sleep early. So yeah. You maybe email me some. You mean send me in a mail? Mail you some. Listen, we will talk about it once all this outbreak thing is complete, because I don't know how much you would pay for the shipping. I know it's not anything heavy, but yeah, we'll talk about it over the Instagram. Okay, so thank you all for watching. It was really fun painting this one. I really like how it looks. The final look, it is just awesome. My test worked really nice. I'm proud about it. And yeah, that is that. Thank you all for watching, and until next time. Pozdrav.